Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Come on, Internet. What's up with you? Internet. All right, what's going on, folks? Hassan, what's happening, man? What is up? All right, let me get my internet together. Okay, got my internet up. All right. Let me get to my chat. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Ernest, what's happening, man? Said he thought he'd never see me again after yesterday. Oh, my wife, you must be talking about. Dalen, what's happening? Unbelievable. I just got on here. She's already blazing. You see what happens, Ernest? You done spoke her up. You done spoke her up. Let me message her. All right, so let me see what's happening. It's cracking. Trying to get a chance to get on these charts. Goodness, it's taking me all day to get to the charts. What's up, Matthew? What's up, Jay Carly? Ernest, you think that's funny, huh? Ernest laughing at me. His son said I had to go for my own brother for dropping 300 in the pockets of Mr. Golden's strategy. I feel like everything I told him about TA winning one end out the other. So frustrating. Oh, had to go off on your own brother. Got you. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how it be, man. That is how it be. And I mean, hopefully it works for him. I would be a hater to be like, I hope it don't work. I don't hope that at all. I actually hope that whatever people do works for them, period. Regardless of which route you go. What I do know from experience is that, when you go that route, strategies, indicators, methods, signals, it kind of, all roads lead to Rome when it comes to that. So all roads lead to Rome. But yeah, I mean, I hope it works for whoever's in it. Who, like, whatever people are attempting to do to find freedom for themselves, whatever that is, I hope it works for them. Period. I honestly do. Yeah, the buses, the school buses in New York, totally disrespectful. I don't understand how they even be having a job still, like with how they be driving, and they'll drive like how fast you saw that bus. Like, I'm so used to it, I didn't even see it. But they'll be driving that fast down a block on this other school. Like, the school is on the block, and they'll drive that fast, and it be bumps and everything on the street. You know, like the speed bumps that slows the car down. They fly over the bumps. They don't care. They on, I don't know. I don't even know what to call that. Cause it ain't gangster. You got kids in the car. You got kids in the bus with you. Like, they'll drive like that with kids in the bus. I'm like, really? Yeah, totally reckless, man. Totally reckless and irresponsible. That's one of the reasons why I would never let any of my kids take the school bus. Like, period. Like, nah, y'all can't take the bus. Crazy ass New York bus drivers. I'm telling y'all, man, it be something in the water. It's something in the water here that got people acting crazy how they act. Something in the water. For real. All right, so I got that one. Post up this one. All right, cool, we good. Uh-huh. A lot of speed right now in the market, though. Damn. I guess it's just a lot of speed, like, right now for some reason. All right. Matthew said you can't be gangster driving a school bus. Ernest said it must be Trump ice water. Don said chasing that greenback got people going crazy. Yeah, man. The hustle and bustle is crazy here, definitely. You right about that. Stacy said I'm late today. I'm sorry, Stacy. Don said people no longer exhibit ethics in the workplace. Very few go above and beyond. They just there to collect a paycheck. You're right. You're right. They there to get their paycheck, and they, at the same time they be like, they just be so disregarding. Like, they just disregard everyone. their co-workers, and just people in general. And it's really just a nasty attitude to always be having. But that's how they be, man. They surely be like that. They be disgruntled. They be upset that they even got to come to work. You know, they mad that they got to do that job to get a check. I mean, I'm like, yo, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. People don't go above and beyond because they're easily replaceable. Exactly. 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 You're right. And it trickles down from the top. That is definitely right. Mick, what's happening? Matthew said, yeah, that's how they're treated. Don said, especially in a nursing home, they treat old people horrible. Man, listen, I witnessed that firsthand. And I also witnessed the nurse get beat up at the same time because of how they was treating somebody's mother. Like the person happened to walk in on a visit and saw the nurse mistreating their mother. And like that nurse really caught a beating, like for real. I felt bad for the nurse. But at the same time, I didn't, kind of, because I'm like, nah, you shouldn't have been doing what you was doing. Like, you know, manhandling them. You know, and like when older folks is old and they can't really speak up or do anything because their body is frail and they weak, they can't defend themselves against nothing. They be slapping them. I can't even imagine that. Like I couldn't, because I probably would snap too on somebody real quick. It is. It's terrible, man. Ernest said people have been disrespectful ever since we got rid of the medieval guillotine. Right. You just get your head chopped off. Off with his head. That's it. Yep. Yeah, exactly. 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 Don said that, you know, when they become elders, they're like big babies. Yeah, it's like your life goes in reverse. Like on Benjamin Button. That you know, that's really what happens for real. Let me see. I need to ask y'all something. I need your opinion about something. I'm curious. It's a little off topic too, because I know we was talking about something else. Matter of fact, let me go through these comments real quick before I say anything, because I'm gonna shift the whole conversation. Stacy said people forget that they gonna be there one day if they live that long. Exactly. Yep. Hassan said, I saw a guy purchase $100 in lottery tickets last night. Thought to myself, that's 3 months of access to TA. Yep. And 3 months worth of time and knowledge that you could use to actually do something that's gonna really be worthwhile in your life instead of shooting a shot at the lottery. Illogical. Don said that's why master the process of trading is important, because it trickles to all aspects of our lives. It really does. It really does, man. Yep. It surely does. Let me see. Oh, what was I about to ask? Forgot. Oh, I want to hear the consensus. Now, the question is about wallets, like a wallet. Man's wallet. Do men's wallet have a snap on it? Yes or no? Just say yes or no. You ever seen a man's wallet with a snap on it? Ah, I knew this was gonna happen. That's why I wanted to ask. There go Jay Carly. Okay. Hassan said he got a 6th grader that has one. Okay. Jay Carly saying yes now. Oh, okay. Velcro? All right. No, I mean a snap. Like a snap. Jay Carly said bikers wallets. Benito says yes too. All right, so now everybody that's saying yes. So Mick said yes, Benito said yes, Jay Carly said yes, and Hassan said what Jay Carly said. So now the wallet that y'all have seen that have a snap on it, that's for men's. What brand was it? What brand of wallet was it? Ernest said I don't trust Jay Carly. Stacy said that's a Texas wallet. I'm curious to know what brand y'all have seen that in, where there was a snap on the front. Oh, and matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. A wallet that, you know, how it opens up like a man's wallet. I can't say like a man's wallet. Opens up like a traditional wallet. And, you know, you got your slots in it for your cards. Then you got the slots under for like more cards or whatever. And then you got the space behind it for the cash, for your paper. Right? And then it folds over. And on the front, it has a flap with a snap that opens up, and it has a pouch in the front of the wallet. Now, just from what I'm describing, does that strike you as a man's wallet? Because my question is, what's the pouch in the front for? With the snap on it. What is that for? What are we using that for? Mick said fossil. Ernest said, that's a 70s wallet. That should get your hip replaced. Oh, Don. Don said, then again, we see men wear high heels. So I said, it's called a merce. Oh, no. All right. I've heard enough. I have heard enough. See, that's why I'm asking, because I want to know. Mick said, the juice man for his meds. Yo, y'all are insane. Like, I'm curious to know, because I don't understand the purpose of the pouch in the front with the snap on it. I don't. What are we using that for? Like, that's what I want to know. What are we using that for? I don't get it. If you can tell me what the use of that front part would be with the snap on the top, and mind you, it's a beautiful wallet. It's a nice wallet. It's big, nice wallet, and you know, it's a nice wallet. But what's the front part for? Ernest said for condoms. If that's what it actually would be for, it would make sense. But like, to me, it kind of strikes me as being for change. Like, I didn't want to just say that without y'all saying what y'all thought it was. But it looks like it would be used for change. That's just how it strikes me. But that's just me. Matthew said it sounded like it need to be paired with a satchel. I saw what you said, J. Carly. I saw. Is that really what it's for? Like, do they literally make that for that? If that's the case, then she said, yeah. Because actually, Ernest has said it already. That's what he said out the gate. Matthew said, I've seen them paired. Okay. Yeah, see, Ernest, what it is, it's that too. It's a card holder, but it holds cards and it holds cash. Cause I carry both. I used to just have a card holder, but then I would have my money loose, like in my pocket, and I didn't want to do that anymore. Like, as I've gotten older, I stopped doing that. When I was young, I used to keep my money in my sock. I never used to have my money in my pockets. I used to keep it in my sock. J. Carly said, Google it. That's funny. Keep your eye on this 2621. See what this is looking like. Nope, not quite. I want to see what the behavior ends up looking like. Environment did slow down though. I do like that. And the behavior on that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Ernest said he carries the Ridge wallet. Okay. J. Carr said that's why you have the chain on it. No, it doesn't have a chain on it. Does not have a chain on it. I'm curious to know, is there such a thing as a unisex wallet? Is there such a thing? Because to me, see, Ernest is on, he on the same page with me right now. To me, you have men's wallets and women's wallets. Sometimes women might want to rock what a man would wear. That's cool. Women do whatever they want to do. But as a man, you can't wear something that a woman would wear. Like, to me, that's my opinion. I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing something that could be worn by my wife. You know what I mean? If she had it, I would only feel comfortable if somebody said, "Oh, that's a man. That looks nice," even though it's men's. That's nice. You know what I mean? But if you looking at it and you like, "Oh, that's a nice wallet," or "That's a nice purse," that can't possibly be something that I would wear. I don't care who makes it. Matthew said, I carry a front pocket wallet, carries cards, and has a built-in money clip. That's because you old school, man, like me. He said he got a built-in money clip. Yo, you can't get more old school than that. But the what I did like about what I'm referring to, the wallet I'm talking about, it was big. Like it wasn't your typical size of a man's wallet. Like a man's wallet normally is like either like a square or it'll be like a rectangle and it'll be smaller. And it opens up just like that. It's one open. You know, unless it's like the Velcro wallet that Hassan was talking about earlier. We all had that when we was little. Boys had that, the Velcro. And it was like, you know, it opened up like maybe 3 times. But you young, so that's how you do. When you become a man, you get a leather wallet, and it's just this. It's one open. It ain't all these it's not flaps and a you know, ain't no flap with a button on it. Nah, man. Matthew said, try to pick my pocket and we just became more than friends. Exactly. We get acquainted real quick. We gonna be dancing. Yeah, but I wanted to hear your input on that. I was curious to know, because I've been having the same discussion with my wife for like an hour. And she trying to convince me that it's unisex. I'm like, what does that even mean? As soon as you say it's unisex, to me, that's women's. That's just me. And I don't like how they trying to make everything unisex. Why? Stop doing that shit. Like, stop it. Just make men's and make women's, please. Janik said, I have an EQP wallet. One piece of fabric sewn together, weighs nearly nothing, very thin. Okay. David said, amen. Right. I'm like, come on, man. Dang. Mick says the ultimate answer is MRMH. Well, I cannot disagree with you. You are right about that. Be like, so is it a man's wallet? I don't know, but MRMH. I know that. Wow. My timer seems like it's off. Like it's way off. Why did this go off? It's totally off. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask? I know that some of y'all trade in the mornings. I was curious to know overall, how have you been seeing the mornings? For those of you that you know are on the charts early. Janice said, Bitcoin wallets are unisex. Exactly. That's the only unisex wallet that there is. Ernest said, real men are getting phased out, man. They trying to. They trying to phase out the men, man. It's impossible though. Impossible. Don said plenty of volatility in the morning. Interesting. What time or like what time period you talking about specifically, Don? Like, do you happen to be on? I would say like around maybe 5:30 a.m. Like between 5:30 and 7 to 7:30 a.m. like Eastern time. You happen to ever be on during that time, or you talking about later on, like in a New York session? Don said all girly men, even down to the handshake. Man. So okay, 5 a.m. Ernest said 5 to 8 is beautiful. Interesting. You know what? You ain't gonna block me in. You coming right back?
Yeah, just back it up. Just back it up. No! No!
Come on, you ain't gonna block me in. All these FedEx and Postal Service dudes love blocking me in, yo. You ain't gonna block me in, man. Move it. You've got to move it, move it. Alright. Straight bust the Yui on them. Who does that? Just goes across the street. because then it would get blocked in. Who does that? He mad at me now. He's like, you did all that for that? Yeah, man, because I don't know when y'all leaving. All right, so. Okay, so Don and Ernest, y'all be on around the same time. Okay, cool. So 5 to 8. All right, that's interesting. That is interesting. There was a time when I used to be on during that time. There was a time, I want to say maybe like 6-7 months ago. Were my kids out of school or they were in school? I'm trying to think back to what month it was. It might have been like before they went back to school. Like in the late summer. I used to be on for hours because I was doing more studying at the time. And I used to be looking at the morning, early morning, midnight. I'd be up during the day. And I just was doing that in general, like just studying the overall market and getting an idea of at that time when or what time of the day, if there was any type of repetitive type of environments that would happen. And what I came to the conclusion of is that it isn't. The market literally just always does what it wants to do. Because as soon as you feel like, oh, well, I'm gonna come on in the mornings, and during the mornings I have an expectation for the market to be like this, like just as an example, and then the market decides not to do that, and it'll decide not to do that for however long, you know what I mean, and then it might transition back to doing it. So it's like it goes back and forth and it bounces around throughout different times of the day. And that's when I begin to realize more and more that to be the most effective, you just always have to constantly be in tune with whatever your process is, so that you can always apply your process. And whenever the market decides to do whatever it's doing, you either know to stay out completely, or if the market presents you with opportunity, you're there to take advantage of the opportunity whenever it is. You know what I mean? So like that was one of the reasons why I had in training shifted away from giving a window of time. Because I used to be like, yo, don't trade like between 12 and 12. Don't trade from midnight to 12 p.m. There was a time when I used to give that instruction. And after a while, the more and more that the market just does what it wants to do, it starts presenting good opportunities at awkward times. And then at the time that you're used to being on, it starts to do other stuff that will keep you completely out. So your best bet is to always just be in tune with your process, so that you can just get on the chart, apply your process, the market either give it up or it don't give it up. And you just be okay with that. So for that reason, that's one of the main reasons, like even now, when there are few trades or even no trades, that we'll kind of all be on that same page, because very few people will be around at other times. Like we kind of be on the charts around the same times. So if we on around the same times, it would make sense that we don't get trades simultaneously. And it makes sense that we do get trades when trades come, and we all are there to see them. Like we'll see the market present those opportunities, at the same time. So all of that just makes more and more sense, because we are just constantly applying the process and becoming better at the process. So that's why you don't see that much contradiction within the group. If it's just like whoever be on with us, if we don't take trades, they don't take trades. And it's like, well, Like, why is nobody catching any trades? If we're collectively not taking trades, that's how it should be, because we're applying the same protocol. You see what I'm saying? Everybody is doing what they're trained to do. You shouldn't be in a trade. If you are in a trade and you bring it to our attention, that's when we'll actually look at what went on and what, how did you end up getting into a trade? You know what I mean? So, Mo, what's up, man? Pablo said, breaking news, China's learning about BSV and prices pumping, Bitcoin is fading away. Okay. Interesting. Jermaine, what's up, man? I knew somebody was going to ask that. That's why I brought it up. In the summer, are there less trades? It's not even, it's less of that. It's less of a seasonal or cyclical thing. It's more of the market does whatever it wants to thing. Does that make sense? Like, the market just does what it wants to, period. So depending on what time of the day that you might be on the charts, if I'm on the charts at an awkward time and trades come and nobody else is around at that time, I'm going to be the only one taking trades. Does that make sense? Because I'm on the chart. If I'm on the chart with everyone else and at the time that we're on the chart collectively, there's no trades presented, then we all don't get trades. If I'm on the charts when trades do come, we all will see the trades. So for me to kind of be like, well, in the summertime, there's less trades than in the winter, or, in the fall, it starts to slow down, or nah. What I've come to realize is that just when you least expect it, trades come. And anytime you have an expectation for trades to come, you won't have any trades. So the market is always doing whatever it wants to do. Like, that's just what you have to become accepting of. You got to just accept that. Got to just accept that. Yeah, Pablo's going hard, right? He said, I know for a fact the odds are against this guy being profitable in the long run. What guy you talking about? Who you talking about? I'm totally lost. Pablo completely. He's talking about Bitcoin. He's talking about something else. I don't even know what he's talking about. He said how to block Pablo. Yes, I think it was yesterday. Somebody told me that when they are on YouTube, that for whatever reason, when I'm on live, it comes up in a Bitcoin thing. Pablo said any trader. Okay. Mick said a little birdie on here said 99% of her trades come during that early morning time frame. Yeah. Yep, I know the little birdie that you speak of. Ernest says summer is brutal for trend traders. August is the worst month. That's more factual, what Ernest just pointed out, because that's more relevant to Forex trades. Definitely. Forex, and if you trade the indices, that's definitely more relevant to, for that. If you're trading in Forex, definitely. Pablo said, never pay anyone to trade your crypto coins because in the long run, no one can predict the future. Well, no one is doing that here, Pablo. Nobody. First of all, we don't even trade crypto here, so we don't trade crypto at all. No trader can be profitable in the long run unless they are psychic. Well, we got some psychics here then, if that's the case. It's all about how you understand and interpret the market, first of all. And there's a lot that you don't know. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like I said, I know why you came in here, because for some reason this comes up in the Bitcoin. I don't know, maybe as a suggested live video or something. I don't know, but somebody told me about it yesterday. So, and I'm a nice guy. I don't be blocking nobody unless you're talking crazy. So it is what it is. All right, man. Peace. Yeah, they be coming in here, man. And what the heck is BSV? What is that? That's a coin? Is that what that is? Yeah, exactly. Right. We got plenty of psychics in here. Oh man, people are hilarious. But it's true what they say, misery loves company. When somebody can't do something that you do, they're gonna keep saying you can't do it, even as you're doing it. I'm like, okay. But it's very interesting too, because way less of that goes on now. Like that used to go on a lot. Kind of like early on, when I first was doing the training, that used to happen a lot. Because you were seeing it as it was happening, but like over time it was like one after the next, pow, pow. Oh, he doing another challenge, another challenge, another challenge, and just one after the other. You just see repeated challenges and just repeated winning. That's the very thing that everybody's saying can't be done. You keep seeing it. It's like what. And I knew that that's what I wanted to. That was the direction that I wanted to go in from jump. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I was like, well, all I got to do is just document what I'm doing. Just record the trades. You got that. There's the proof right there that you're saying that doesn't exist, or nah, you can't win like that. Like, well, it's all about really understanding yourself and understanding the market and the relationship. Janix, BSV is Bitcoin. Satoshi Vision guy Craig Wright has been suing people who say he is not Satoshi, Bitcoin creator, and he has his own coin. Oh, okay. I heard about that in the news, actually. I heard about that, like vaguely. Craig has provided no proof that he is Satoshi. However, he got copyright of Bitcoin white paper. Okay. Okay. So BSV is supposed to be the coin that's replacing Bitcoin? Is that what it is? And what's interesting about Bitcoin is that Bitcoin is, I want to say that it was the first coin, the first cryptocurrency, but there might have been another one before that. I'm trying to think back to something that I read. But anyway, just let's assume it was the first one. What's powerful about Bitcoin is the blockchain. Is not the coins they're less relevant than the technology of blockchain. The blockchain is the key. That's the key to crypto. Okay, so Bitcoin is the first crypto. All right. Yeah, the blockchain that it's built on, that's the key to it, to everything. That's how everything, is able to be anonymous and all of that. The technology, the blockchain technology, that's the key to it. Because there's a bunch of coins now. Like you got a bunch of other coins aside from Bitcoin. And as far as where money goes, people trade. People like to trade and move in and out of coins or whatever. So the coin is kind of like an instrument that people are trading. But at the same time, it's just a place for money to go to. And the people that are able to mine the coin, they're just creating the coin from the mining without having to buy the coin. But you gotta pay for everything that goes into mining the coins. I looked into it somewhat just to get a general idea of what it was all about. And what I realized was that the blockchain technology is the key to all of that. Because blockchain, it has a lot of possibilities, like going into the future. A lot of possibilities. That technology is insane. Bingo. Bingo. Now, like what does it sound like? Like, think about what technology came along where information is shared and you can't stop it. What is that called? You see what I'm saying? And when it started, people were saying it wasn't gonna last, it was a fad, this and that, blah blah blah. It's still here. We use it every day. We use it literally every day. That's what they said about the internet, baby. They said the same shit. Now you can't go nowhere where there is no internet. Everybody's connected. People don't even know phone numbers no more. Don't nobody use their phone number. You don't be like, yo, let me get your number. You be like, yo, you on Facebook? You on Instagram? Right? That's how people communicate with each other now. It's crazy. I knew Jay Carly wasn't here. She would have got at Pablo. He didn't know he was all right though. He didn't know where he was at. Yep. Market look like it's trying to settle down a little bit, but just doing what it want to do for right now. Yeah, right. Jermaine said, I remember Blockbusters used to be the big thing. What? Come on, man. Yo, you couldn't tell me nothing about Blockbuster, especially when they went to when they shifted to DVDs. Remember when Blockbuster you used to put it in the mail? Like, you would go online, and I'll never forget this. It was a membership, and you could either order one movie to come to you at a time, or they had another membership where you could have three movies, 3 DVDs would be mailed to you at once. So you could watch 3 movies like tonight and then mail them back. And when you put them back in the mail, it had a prepaid envelope that you put the DVD back in, and then you put it in the mail. And then you can go online and order 3 more. So they used to just keep sending you 3 at a time. So you watch mad movies on DVD. And the membership was like $30 a month or something like that. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Blockbuster, man. Ernest said, I don't know about that crypto. Uncle Willie can't ask me if he can hold a Bitcoin until next week. Right, he can't be like, yo, let me hold something. You be like, all I got is Bitcoin. Sorry, Uncle Willie. He'd be like, what? Jay Carly said, yeah, pay me when we have permission. Benito said, do you think investing in Bitcoin or cryptos long term? I do think that buying Bitcoin like every week, like to Bitcoin in general, because of what I believe blockchain is going to be, and the beneficiary of what blockchain will be is Bitcoin, because it was the first one. So everything kind of comes through Bitcoin. Even to get to other coins, you need Bitcoin, right? Like when you go on an exchange, you start off with Bitcoin. If I'm not mistaken, I think you got to have the Bitcoin first. Then like if you want Ethereum or something else, another coin, you buy it with Bitcoin. So you got to have the Bitcoin first. So because Bitcoin was the first one and because it's built on blockchain, I always knew that it was smart to accumulate that over time. So like even though when I was actually buying Bitcoin every week and they actually changed up the way that you can buy Bitcoin. Like you can't do it how I was doing it like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now. The way that I used to buy Bitcoin, when I found out about how to do it online, there was a company, and I think I had a Zappo wallet, and there was a company. Damn, why can't I remember the name of this place? And they're still around, but you can't buy Bitcoin through them. So now it's probably like Coinbase or something like that you got to use. And there's another one too. I forgot what the name of it is. You can buy Bitcoin through them, but it takes like 3 days for you to actually have your Bitcoin in your wallet. But anyway, so I was accumulating Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, even before that, we was getting Bitcoin from a Bitcoin ATM machine because they have those in New York. I don't know like how popular that is throughout the United States, but New York, we started to see that they had all these Bitcoin ATM machines popping up. And I was like, whoa, okay. The only thing is that the commission was like 18%. So in other words, anytime you would buy some, they charge you 18% of whatever your money is, the dollar amount, and then you get the difference in the Bitcoin. So you're paying 18% of whatever money you're actually putting into buying that Bitcoin. But I didn't care. I just was accumulating it because I knew. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just accumulate some Bitcoin and just hold on to it. So even now that you had the big move up, went to 20 some thousand, and then it came back down, and now it's moving back and forth and doing whatever it's doing. Long term, it's going to be upward. It's something that will always appreciate in value, but you have all of the intermediary fluctuations and all the shit that's going on now because of the nature of what people are doing with Bitcoin. Now you got all these people trading. Now you got people buying and selling and trying to make money off of movement. So you're going to have volatility in the market. That's what you're seeing now. But long term, definitely, I think that it would be, if you're in Bitcoin, like for purposes of wanting to trade, to me, it would be smart to just accumulate it. Like just buy a little every week and just accumulate it over time. And that way it's just one of those things, as years go by, you'll see it appreciate in value. It'll just keep appreciating in value. I don't think there's going to come a time where it's going to just be up. It's going to just be a high price, and it's not going to be going through huge fluctuations. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Binance is one of them. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, the Blockbuster was like how Redbox is set up. Yeah, it was similar to that, but it was through the mail. They didn't have machines. And as a matter of fact, at first you used to be able to go into the store. Like you could bring the DVD back to the store. And they had a drop-off box in the store. You just come back, drop it off in the store, and when you dropped it off in the store, you could order 3 more and they would send it in the mail again. It was pretty good. Acon working on his own crypto called Acorn. Okay, so Coinbase still working good. All right. Yeah, Pablo was out of here. Pablo was out. Pablo was gone. Pew. Harsh, what up, man? J. Carter said, I'm going to cry in the car. You just realize why it's called cryptocurrency. That's hilarious. Right. Yeah, see what Jay Carly pointed out a minute ago. Yeah, this bus stinks, man. Come on, man. Like they need to change their oil. Just burning oil. Shit smelling like death. Um, she said, "Don't buy the diamonds, buy the safe." Yeah, that like to me, that's kind of like that's what buying Bitcoin to me is more like. It's like it's like buying stock in Facebook. Like the value of Facebook is always gonna go up. Amazon, the value of those stocks are gonna just go up forever, like indefinitely. It's always a good long term investment, always. Yes, and cryptocurrency, exactly. No, I believe you, Ernest. That's actually a clever name, Acorn. Very clever. It got a ring to it. All he did was add an I to his name, right? Because it's AKOIN. Yep. That's kind of cool right there. I'm going to watch this last one. See what this is looking like, if anything. Jay Carter said, I feel like buying the blockchain is safer than Bitcoin. The thing that keeps the currency safe would hold its value regardless, I feel. Yeah, but there's no way to buy the blockchain. Like the blockchain is just the technology that is built on. But with Bitcoin being the first actual currency, meaning that you can buy it, hold it, sell it, exchange it, and that represents the value of the blockchain. That's what Bitcoin represents. Bitcoin represents what you're describing. It represents the value of the blockchain. If you were able to buy the blockchain, that's how you buy it. You buy Bitcoin. So like you just, like in my opinion, Bitcoin is buy and hold. Just accumulate it. Don't even worry about where the price is or nothing. Every week you got $50, go just buy $50 worth of Bitcoin. Like I would buy that the same way that I buy gold and silver. As a commodity. Stacy said, just go get you some XRP. What is XRP? What symbol is that for? It's like I know, but I don't know. Because Ethereum is ETH, right? Ripple, thank you. That's another popular one, right? Ernest said buying the blockchain would be like buying the Federal Reserve. In other words, you could print your own damn money. All right, I'm looking at this 405. Come on, 405. What you talking about? This thing just don't want to have no stability, man. Damn. I got a feeling that that stability might come later on though, afterwards tonight, when the market reopens. Just got a weird feeling. I don't know if it means anything, but I just feel like that. Jay Carly said, invest in the companies that create the blockchain, but that's what I did in the pre-mark days. But I mean, if I had to suggest anything for you to buy and hold, I would say silver. Out of everything that you can get, physical silver, and if you can afford it, some gold. Get yourself a safe deposit box at the bank, and just buy a little bit every week and put it in the bank. Just leave it in there. Just accumulate it. You know, just think about that. You do that and then simultaneously learn the skill of actually trading in the markets. Like, because you got to understand, trading and investing are two different things. When you trade, you're trading to generate income the same way that you would if you had a business. Trading is a business. Investing is what you do with the money that you earn in order to see the money increase in value over time. It's kind of like if you got $5,000 sitting in the bank not doing anything. It's like, well, it's sitting in the bank not making any money. It's not anywhere in position to grow at all. So what am I going to do with this money? You see what I'm saying? Poor people, they see 5,000 in the bank, they go into the mall. Rich people, 5,000 in the bank, it ain't in the bank no more. They're going to put that into some type of investment. They're going to either get a business, they're going to buy stock, they're going to lend it. Whatever they put it in is going to be in position to increase in value. This is their thinking all the time. This is how rich folk think always. They don't ever think in terms of spending and liabilities. Like, they're not going to buy something that is a liability. You know, they incorporate their expenses into income. They look at everything as a business. Matter of fact, they look at their entire life as a business, like everything. So, like, you know how regular people are. Oh, I like that car. That's a nice car. Oh, you drive a nice car. Rich people don't give a shit about driving no nice car. And they can afford to, but they don't care about driving a nice car. They want transportation to and from wherever they're going. That's it. That's the purpose of the car. The car is not an investment. You're not buying a car to try to sell it later and get money. No, it's the expense is transportation. That's what you're paying for. That is what you're paying for. And that, you know, like, that's why the mindset shift begins too when you start to get money and you really start to understand the dynamic of money and understand the dynamic of business and understand the dynamic of spending. Like, the only purpose of spending money is to get the things that you need and some of the things that you want to have. But your want should not supersede the building of wealth. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain, but it's not hard to understand. It's very easy to understand. And this is exactly why people that have wealth and are rich get richer, because that never stops. They don't ever stop doing that. They always will implement that whole dynamic the whole time. And that's the difference. Yep, that is difference. Yes. Don said multiple streams of income. Bingo. Joshua said TA Silver Shades coming soon, right after the mink. Yep. Yes, generational wealth. Jermaine, is affiliate marketing worth being a side hustle? Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Jermaine, marketing in general is interesting, as you said, affiliate marketing in particular, because when you do affiliate marketing, it means you don't have your own product that you're selling. You're becoming an affiliate for somebody else's product, and then you get a commission when you sell that product. So the key to making that work, and matter of fact, hey, what the hell am I doing? I gotta pick my kids up, man. I'm over here running my mouth. I'm gonna keep it on though, because I want to talk about this actually. But the key to that, to making that work, is to have an audience. Like to build an audience and to build a list of people that would potentially be interested in buying shit. So like a buyer's list. And the reason that I feel that that's a good way, like especially like as a side hustle, like you said, is because it's a way to generate income. It's a good way to put yourself in position to earn on the side without it being something that you got to commit a lot of time to. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But you really have to understand the dynamic of how to make it work effectively for you. Like what I think that people don't get about marketing in general is that when you're into marketing, the key to it all is always creating audience. Like you have to build an audience. You gotta find and connect to the people interested in what you do already. Interested in what it is that represents value to them that you offer. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, all right, like think about it like this. You got mad people that affiliate marketing, right? And you got all these people that's doing it, but why do I want to buy it from you? If everybody's selling Avon and I want some Avon, I'm gonna look for somebody that I know to get the Avon from. If I don't know anybody that sells Avon, what happens next? How am I gonna get some Avon? If I type Avon into Google, and because you put out content, videos, you got a website, and Avon happens to be something that you talk about, and because you put yourself out there effectively, your name comes up when I do a search. That's how I find you. And when I connect to you, if I just like I just might like how you talk. That's now what I'm describing is branding, because you branded yourself, you personally. So it's not that you're Avon or you were Avon salesperson. You're someone that came up when I typed in Avon, and I like you. Like I might like how you look. I might like your shades. I like how your shades look. It could be whatever. I'm just like people are attracted to something about your brand. So your brand represents you and the way that you're projecting out your image to what you want people to see. And that, when you look at marketing from that perspective, the value is you. Like you become the actual value. How knowledgeable are you about Avon? If I want to buy Avon and all you talk about is, this product is for Avon, this and blah, 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 blah. Everything that I wanted to know, you got information about it. You automatically going to be the go-to person. You see what I'm saying? Because you are establishing authority for that topic. So like, this is something that I used to talk about all the time with people that used to be interested in marketing and stuff once I learned it. And I kind of, it's something I always knew, but I didn't know that I was doing it. But it's something that I always knew in the back of my head. I'm like, well, it has to be like that, because look at how the internet is set up. It's all of this information on the internet. How are you going to separate yourself from everybody else? You have to separate you from the next person that might be in the same offer that you are offering. So as an affiliate, You got a bunch of other people that you're competing against. How are you going to separate yourself from the other people? You know what I mean? So it's like that's the thinking that you have to put more so into it rather than the actual product itself or the company that is representing the product that you're selling. But one of the things that makes it easier is that it should be something that you like, first of all. Like if it's a product that you like, you now become the testimony for the product. So all you gotta do is talk about it. And if you talk about the product, again, let's say you make videos about it. Somebody type in information about that product. If you keep putting out content that's relevant, you'll come up in the search when somebody is searching for that specifically. And that's how you do marketing, because it's like you're not actually doing that much work. The work that you're doing is the smart work. You're not doing the hard work, the leg work. Like you're not going out, like you don't have to go out and, you know, put flyers out and try to get to people to come to whatever you offering. That's selling. And everybody's not good at that. Matter of fact, most people ain't good at selling. Most people can't sell nothing. Some people are natural, you know, born salesmen or saleswomen. Most people are not. So marketing makes it easier, because when you market yourself, what it is you offer value first. You have to put value out first. Like, why does somebody care about what you're talking about? What do you know? You got to establish yourself as somebody that's knowledgeable about something. Once you do that, now people actually see the value in you. You're the value proposition, which is powerful. But that's interesting that you brought that up. That's definitely a viable way to go about things. Affiliate marketing, absolutely. Internet marketing, online marketing, it's kind of all the same thing. Like the basic concept behind it is that you have to build up an audience. And it's like, well, how do I build an audience? You have to offer value. You got to offer value first. Like, people don't care about you at all. Nobody even knows you. How are you going to get people to know you? You got to know something. Solve a problem. I was talking to somebody recently about that, because they were telling me about what they do. And I was like, yo, you know, you should actually like kind of dig into that a little bit. Figure out what it is about what you do that is missing. And if you can put something in the middle that's missing, it could be something that people already buy. It could be something that people already are doing. If you figure out how to make it better or solve a problem that they're having in between there, you did a lot. Now you just become the authority on whatever that is. Next thing you know, now people are looking at you and they seeking you out, because you have created value. You've given them something that they didn't have already. Now they have a reason to follow you. You know, they'll connect with you on social media. They'll get on your list. Somebody might even actually buy. You know what I mean? So like, that's how you build up, through marketing, an actual audience, an actual list of people that are interested in what you do. Instead of you just trying to like bang your head up on the wall trying to sell something to people that they don't want. It's like, don't ever try to sell nothing to somebody that they're not interested in. It doesn't make any sense. None of us like to be sold. Like, just think about somebody running up on you in the street. Oh, I got these chains, I got coats, I got sneakers. Well, I don't want anything that you just mentioned. But you keep following me talking about chains, coats, and sneakers. That's going to make me upset. Like, get away from me. Stop trying to sell me that. I don't want to buy it. I don't need a t-shirt. You know what I mean? So it's like it shifts you away from that thinking and puts you more so in the attraction. Like, you're going to actually attract people to you because you give value out first. And you got to give value out for free. Like, you give value away. There's no expectation other than the fact that somebody is actually going to get something out of what you're giving out for free. That's what makes you the authority with whatever it is that you do. Period. But that's a good question. I like to talk about that type of shit. Yeah, exactly. Don said there are people who make a lot of money, affiliate marketing, 100,000 a month earners. Any field, they're always top earners. Absolutely, and they'll be the best marketers. Yep, they will be the best marketers. Um, Ernest says side hustle doesn't have to make you $100 a day to be legit. You can make $10 a day off a side hustle. That's what I'm talking about. See, because it's what you do with small money too. You might do something that makes you $15, $20 a week. You take that $15, $20 and do something with it that's valuable. That can either generate more income at some point, not now, later. Like that's another thing too that people will do. They always want the right now money. And it's like, well, money don't come right now. It comes from work that you did mad long ago. You might have been having to do something for 2 years before you start benefiting from whatever it is. Like before it kicks in. It might take you 2 years. Come on, yeah, let me go, man. Shut up. I was going anyway, punk. Y'all, excuse me. This is just New York driving. It wouldn't be right if we don't talk shit while we driving. All right, so let me get out of here. I see y'all on training, man. I'll holler at everybody else later on. Y'all have a good one, all right? Deuces. Good conversation, too. I appreciate it. Stacey said I sound like her.